since she was a little girl, she has been obsessed with the Taj Mahal. We rounded the corner to go through the arch, and there it was. Okay, so we got home last night and we were exhausted. Susanna fell asleep in 30 seconds?
Yes. Oh, well, I showered first. We felt disgusted.
Gross. You fell asleep with your phone in your hand. Did you see that?
Yeah.
You were mid-text. Anyway, we crashed. And then I woke up because my shirt that I had made and my suit jacket arrived. I'll show them to you tonight. They're awesome. They're really, 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 really good. I might call and have them make me a couple more today. Anyway, we are headed to the Taj Mahal. So we're on our way to the train station. We have first class seats on the train to Agra, which I don't know what that means, but we're gonna find out. So let's go to the Taj Mahal. Okay, we are at the train station. When Susanna decided she wanted to go on this trip to Nepal, she asked if I would be interested in taking a short couple-day stop in Delhi with her, because since she was a little girl, she has been obsessed with the Taj Mahal. To get to the Taj Mahal, we had to take a train to Agra. Okay, so these are our seats, but we thought we had a private cabin, but we don't. It's fine, but
I don't know.
it's fine. We're gonna get there. That's what matters. The grounds around the Taj Mahal are huge, so we explored some of the other interesting spots before we went to see the Taj Mahal. But then we rounded the corner to go through the arch that enters into the area where the Taj Mahal is. And there it was. I feel like I've been fortunate enough to have a number of these experiences the last few years. But you know that feeling when you see something that's just so overwhelmingly beautiful that you can't really compute? I get awkwardly emotional in those situations. Part of the reason the Taj Mahal looks so majestic and magical in its photos is because they have protected the land behind the Taj Mahal and prevented any buildup of construction. So they have purposefully kept the skyline behind the Taj Mahal completely open so that when you look at the Taj Mahal, you see the Taj Mahal surrounded by blue, gray, pink, other sunset colors, and it just looks surreal. I mentioned that Susanna has been obsessed with the Taj Mahal since she was a little girl, and it did not disappoint. We rounded that corner and she lit up. I'm so glad I got to see her see the Taj Mahal. On this tour, one of the coolest experiences was stopping to see how the artisans who built the Taj Mahal did it. And it's so fascinating. First of all, the designers, architects, engineers, the people who worked on building the Taj Mahal, the leader at the time who organized it being built, allocated the funds for all of those stoneworkers and artisans to not only live and work on the grounds of the Taj Mahal during its building phase, but he ensured that there was enough money to support all of those artisans for the foreseeable future, to ensure that the Taj Mahal would always be there in pristine condition. And the artisans who still learn this craft, practice this craft, who still repair the Taj Mahal are descendants of those original artisans. But the last thing on this tour was a stop to see how this stonework is done. And it is mind-blowing. They take a piece of marble and they envision a design, perhaps a floral design. They then start chiseling out an inlay for that design. They start chiseling out the marble to make a space for what's going to go into the design spot. And then they take gemstones and they grind them down and shape them into the exact same shape as that little inlay spot they have carved into the marble. And then those are set into their spot. They are ground down, polished, and then you end up with the Taj Mahal. We got a hands-on experience learning how this was done. Susanna got to give it a try, play with some of the machines. It was so fascinating and such a cool hands-on experience. But it ended with a 30-minute, very aggressive sales pitch inside their store, desperately trying to get us to buy this $10,000 marble coffee table that was absolutely gorgeous. There is no question in the artistry, the craftsmanship, the design. I am sure it was worth much more than $10,000. But we were not in the market for $10,000 marble coffee tables. And it was just uncomfortable. It was we're just constantly saying no. And they finally wear you down, and I bought a little marble elephant. They always win. But I don't enjoy that feeling. I know it doesn't bother a lot of people, but that really kind of ate at me. After an incredible day at the Taj Mahal, we headed back to the hotel and got ready to head to Nepal the next day. There are monkeys all over this train station, and apparently you shouldn't look them in the eye because they'll get really aggressive. And if they bite you, you've got to get a whole bunch of shots to get rid of the infection. So we're not going to make eye contact with any monkeys. Absolutely no. Okay, we just got to the Delhi airport. It's wild, but we're here and we're checking in. So far, so good. But, it's always a little stressful checking in an international airport, but I think we're gonna be okay. Probably. There's drama about our bags. It's always so confusing dealing with airline restrictions in other countries. One thing we don't have to deal with in the US that a lot of airlines outside of the US have are restrictions on your carry-on bag. They weigh it, and it usually can't be over 20 pounds or 9 kilograms. And some of the restrictions on where batteries shouldn't be, hand baggage versus checked bags, are different here. So Susanna's shuffling. Okay, we made it through security, relatively unscathed. I was kind of a mess. I accidentally put a bunch of camera equipment in my carry-on, which it's fine that it was in there, but I forgot it was in there. I thought it was in my checked bag. And security, they're like, can you come back? You have some
batteries. I was like, oh, I do have batteries. And they got those out and they sent it there again. And I was like, yeah, there's still more stuff in there. And so I opened it up and I found one other thing and I took it out. And he was like, no, there's a bunch of stuff in there. And then it hit me. But luckily nothing got taken away. I was really worried about my batteries. How was your experience?
I'm exhausted.
We're already exhausted. We're ready to get to Kathmandu.
I'll tell you what I'm excited about. I'm excited to explore the rest of India. I was warned that Delhi might not be the best India has to offer. I was warned by friends who know that I'm not a big city person, that it might not be my cup of tea because of that. And I would say that was a little correct. I had an incredible time. I had an incredible experience. It was at times uncomfortable. It was at times unenjoyable. But overall, I'm so glad I did it. It was such a new experience, and I learned so much about India and Indian culture just in the short couple days that I was there. So I can only imagine how I would feel if I explored more of India and spent more time there. One thing that did not disappoint even once, in even the slightest bit, was the food. I love Indian food, and every single thing I put in my mouth was delicious. India, you have been quite the trip, but now it's time to head to Nepal. In my room, it's really cute. Let me show you. Okay, we just got to the airport. It feels like we were just here. Because we were, but we're back at the airport because we're just going to take a casual little flight around Mount Everest, you know? I was thinking it's the closest I'll ever be. I don't have any desire to summit Everest, so let's just go fly around it.
This is a mess.
So one thing we've kind of struggled with here is like it's really normal and customary to just like shove your way in line, like in the airport where it's like 201. We're flying on Yeti Airlines, which if I'm not mistaken, has been labeled the least safe airline in the world. I think it's probably twofold. Number one, this is a super mountainous region. Lukla Airport is here, and it is the most dangerous airport in the world because the runway is super, super short, if I'm not mistaken. So I think it's a combination of it being dangerous to fly here in general, and I think Nepal, I think it's changed, but I think they had like some pretty loose air safety laws before. But you know, anyway, as long as we don't die, we're gonna see Mount Everest.
हामी त्रिभुवन अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय विमानस्थल काठमाडौँमा अवतरण गरेका छौँ। कृपया विमान उडान रोकिएसम्म आफ्नो सिटको पेटी नफुकाल्नुहोला। बाहिरको तापक्रम 20 डिग्री सेल्सियस छ। विमानबाट उड्न अघि आफ्नो सम्पूर्ण सामानहरू जाँच गरिदिन हुन अनुरोध गर्दछौँ। एयरलाइन्सको उडान सम्बन्धी जानकारीका लागि कृपया हाम्रो ग्राउन्ड स्टाफसँग सम्पर्क राख्नुहुन अथवा हाम्रो वेबसाइट एरिया वा समाचार सञ्चार
Y'all, walking through traffic here should be an Olympic sport. It's wild. It's insane. They're all used to it. But you just have to dodge cars and motorcycles and hope that nobody runs you over. I shouldn't be filming while trying to survive.
After the flight, we went back to the hotel to meet the team, have our first team briefing, and get ready for our first big day.
Want to watch another video? Click here. Want to learn more about my upcoming trips? Click here. Want to subscribe and like all my videos and turn those bell notifications on?